I remember that night like it was etched into my soul. Every cruel word, every mocking glance. My best friend, the person I trusted with every secret, every dream, had stolen everything from me. Not just my love, but my dignity. I watched her parade around the family gathering, bragging loudly about her conquest, how she'd finally broken me, how she'd claimed what was mine. The room spun. My cheeks burned with humiliation. I wanted to disappear into the shadows, to erase the shame that clung to me like a second skin. But deep inside, a different voice whispered, no, screamed, this isn't the end. I knew I wouldn't let her define me, not then, not ever. I left that night shattered, but with a flicker of resolve igniting within. I'd been humiliated, yes, but I refused to be broken. I threw myself into the fire of my pain. I channeled every tear, every ounce of heartbreak into relentless determination. I started small, working late into the night, building something from nothing. I faced rejection, failure, doubts from everyone who said I'd never make it. The whispers grew louder. A disgrace to the family, a failure, a joke. But I kept going. Step by step, I transformed my hurt into a fierce motivation. I learned, I adapted, I grew. Years passed. I built a business, one that thrived on integrity, innovation, and resilience. I watched as my competitors, shallow, hollow, chasing fleeting pleasures, faded into obscurity. My enterprise blossomed, outshining every shallow conquest my so-called friend had boasted about. I didn't just succeed, I redefined success on my own terms. Then came the moment I never saw coming. I returned home, not as the broken girl I once was, but as a woman who had risen from the ashes. The same family gathering, the same familiar faces, but this time I commanded the room, not with arrogance, but with quiet, undeniable power. I stepped forward, eyes steady, voice calm yet unwavering. You thought you could break me, I said softly, but you only made me stronger. You thought betraying me would end my story, but it was the beginning of my greatest chapter. A pause. I hope you're proud of what you've become, because I am proud of who I am now. The silence that followed was heavier than any words. I saw her face, the one who once reveled in my pain, falter. Her bravado faded, replaced by the stark realization that I had become unstoppable. I had turned betrayal into my greatest victory. In that moment, I understood that true strength isn't measured by how others hurt you, but how you rise above it. I proved that pain, when harnessed correctly, is a forge of resilience. I proved that betrayal can be the spark to ignite a fire that burns brighter than any shallow conquest. I left that room knowing I'd rewritten my destiny. The scars of betrayal remain, but they no longer define me. Instead, they serve as a testament to my pain, my perseverance, and my unbreakable spirit. I am no longer the girl who was humiliated. I am the woman who turned her suffering into power, her betrayal into triumph. And that, my friends, is true revenge.